Donald Trump's visit to the Navy mess hall started as a routine event, something many expected to be a quick meet and greet, a few handshakes, and perhaps a brief speech. Soldiers lined up in perfect formation, standing tall and proud, expecting nothing more than a formal appearance. But what unfolded was something no one saw coming. As Trump walked through the doors, the room fell silent. Soldiers snapped to attention, waiting for the usual pleasantries. But instead of heading to the podium or greeting high-ranking officials, Trump walked straight to the food line. Without a word, he grabbed an apron, put it on, and stepped behind the counter. The cafeteria staff froze in shock, unsure if this was a joke. It wasn't. "Let's serve some meals," Trump said with a grin. The soldiers, who moments ago were stoic and serious, began to relax. Smiles spread across their faces as they watched the President of the United States scoop mashed potatoes onto trays and dish out food like an ordinary cafeteria worker. One young soldier, clearly overwhelmed by the moment, stepped forward and hesitated before speaking. "Sir, you don't have to do this." Trump paused, looked up at him, and smiled. "You serve this country every day. Today, I serve you." The room erupted in applause. The tension that had once filled the air was replaced with a sense of warmth and unity. Soldiers who had entered the hall expecting a formal event were now witnessing an unforgettable moment, one they would tell their families about for years to come. But Trump didn't stop at serving meals. After every tray was filled and every soldier was fed, he did something even more unexpected. He took off the apron, grabbed a plate of food for himself, and sat down at a random table with a group of young sailors. "What's your name, son?" he asked one of them. "Jake, sir," the sailor replied, clearly still in shock. Trump leaned in, listening intently. He asked about Jake's family, his journey to the Navy, and his dreams for the future. One by one, other soldiers gathered around the table, drawn to the rare and candid conversation. It wasn't about politics, power, or status, it was just a man listening to the brave men and women who defend the country. Then, Trump stood up and looked around the room. "Today's lunch is on me, you've all earned it," he announced, his voice steady and sincere. The room exploded with cheers, but the energy wasn't about the free meal. It was about the genuine connection they felt in that moment, a connection that transcended rank, uniform, and politics. Before leaving, Trump made sure to shake hands with every single soldier, looking each one in the eye and thanking them personally. For those who were there that day, it wasn't just a presidential visit. It wasn't just a photo op. It was a reminder that leadership isn't about standing above others, sometimes, it's about standing beside them. The soldiers returned to their duties with a new sense of pride and motivation. They didn't just meet the president that day, they met a man who reminded them why they serve. And for the rest of the world, this wasn't just a viral moment. It was a powerful example of humility, respect, and leadership, a moment no one would forget.